Excuse me.
Okay, it's cold season.
Yes, it is. Okay. What was your question?
Okay.
On 10, first of all, here it's the existing contract is based on 800 to 1,000 user licenses, or is it a 10,000 transaction per month? It looks like the response is it's based on a 5,000 transaction per month. So what I'm guessing is on the solicitation, do we just offer them the one? I know the other day you told us we should support both of them or provide both of them.
Well, based on their answer, yeah, you would just provide the one.
Yeah, and because we looked at pricing and the price difference is insane. Like I don't know why someone would choose the user or the per seat when it was like a $500,000 difference. So that's kind of what we're leaning towards.
You got to remember, purchasing officers don't always know what they're buying. Sorry.
So based on this, we should still just offer the transaction option?
Yeah, because that's their response to the question. It's based on 5,000 transactions per month, so that's what I would base my pricing on.
Okay.
And then I kind of went ahead of you when you were looking for the how would we find out how payment is going to be made?
They're not giving you a whole lot of information here.
And is it fair or okay, I guess, that we would ask that in the cover letter, the company letterhead page that they're requesting? Or is that something that we should not request?
Ask what?
Can we just list like our own payment terms? Like this product is kind of like it's a monthly thing. So could we just say like payment is expected at the end of every month or whatever we want? Can we list our terms somewhere, basically? Is that appropriate?
Absolutely. I mean, if they don't give you their terms that they're expecting, and if there is no standard form, which there's not.
Or can we send along a credit application, or is it like with our paperwork?
Yeah, you can do all that.
Okay. So basically, it's okay to send more, just as long as we have minimal requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anywhere that is normally appropriate within our bid, like a certain piece of paper where you would list your, like, we expect payment monthly?
Usually it's on the standard form, but they're not including a standard form with this opportunity.
So we can kind of just put it wherever we see fit within our bid paperwork?
Right. So like the thing I sent you yesterday that said that right here, the discount terms, this is where you would put your billing, your invoicing requirements that you're offering them, and you would offer them a discount if they pay you within a certain number of days. But there is no standard form attached to this. So basically you would just include it.
Set up our terms.
Either on the cover letter they're asking for or on the price page.
Okay.
And again, we're to send this quote on company letterhead, and then also attach our cap statement, our index page, all those other requirements.
Correct. Correct.
And on that company letterhead, can we indicate, like where it says unit price and extended price? Can we say see page, document 2 or whatever?
Of course, absolutely.
Okay, so that doesn't have to all be included on that company letterhead page, because it would be so much, of course. Where they're asking for unit price, we could just indicate see document.
Yeah, you can have, if your unit price is multiple pages, then you're going to have to absolutely direct them to an additional attachment, additional page. And they are asking you for discount terms right there. So you can offer them net 5 minus 1%, meaning if they pay you within 5 days of invoicing, you'll give them 1% discount off that invoice.
Yeah, but we don't have to offer that.
I would. Why wouldn't you? Want to get paid faster? If you're offering a 1% discount, just add 1% to your bottom line, so you're not losing anything.
Okay.
Get paid within 5 days instead of 30.
Okay, that's a good point.
Oh. And sometimes that's the token. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back. I've seen opportunities won because my client offered a discount and no one else did.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like doesn't have to be much, just something.
Now, just a token. Net 5 minus 1% is what I suggest.
Okay.
You don't want to go past 15 days because they have to pay within 15 to 30 anyway.
Yes. So you're saying like if they pay within 5 days, they get a discount.
1% discount off that invoice. So each invoice, they get a 1% discount.
Okay.
All right.
So do you know what the extended price? This is basically like a monthly, like she said, Rebecca said, a monthly service. And they're asking for the base year, and then they're asking for 3 more years. So would the extended price be at the end of the 4th year or 3rd year?
No,
Is
you
there
can,
asking
you
there?
can, let's see here. They're requiring wide area workflow. Yep.
What does that mean?
Okay, you're going to want to go register with wide area workflow. And once you're registered, they have some training classes you can take online. That's how they're going to pay you. It's through wide area workflow.
And is there contact information in here for this, or?
Usually. I can get this thing to move back. There we go. I just got over this stupid cold, too.
Yeah, you got it back again. Well, you gave it to me, John.
So right there, have a designated electronic business point of contact in the Center Board Management, which you do. Be registered with wide area workflow. The link's right there. Follow step-by-step procedures for self-registration available on the website. Then take the wide area workflow training. It's web-based. It's online. That's the instructions
Does
for
this have to be
invoicing.
done before we submit it?
Doesn't hurt.
This is due tomorrow. We were hoping to send it today, so.
Yeah, you can go ahead and send it today and just go ahead and start on the wide area workflow today.
There's even an 800 number or to call.
That's for technical help on wide area workflow if you need it.
I can't think of any. The payment one was pretty much the primary one we were trying to find. And then just making sure it was okay to list our payment terms.
They're right there clearly stating that's how they pay us, through that W.A.
Yep. Okay, you asked for extended price, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
Because the unit price we were thinking is the base year.
Where it's just a little confusing is because they want that cover page, they want your unit price and your extended price. And this is a product where it's based off of, there's essentially, you pay monthly, but then at the end of the year you end up with this full price, and at the end of the 4 years you end up with your total price. So we're just a little lost as to what's our unit price and what's our extended price. Like, I would assume extended price is just going to be whatever the full years will accumulate to, that's your extended price. But then unit price, is that like yearly because it's a 4-year agreement, or
Nope.
Technically a monthly price? Yep.
Extended cost simply means your unit price is how much per unit. Your extended cost is the total of number of units times the cost. Okay, so the unit cost of an apple is $1. The extended cost is $4 because there's 4 apples. Does that make sense?
I'll have to sit on this for a little while.
I'll email it to you.
It'll work.
So the extended price is the number of units times like the 4 years.
If they're only buying 1 unit per year, then your
So
extended
like
cost.
monthly. It's like you buy X transactions per month. So
Okay. So the
like
yearly
10,000.
extended cost would be those number of transactions per month times 12. The monthly extended cost would be those number of transactions times how many they buy a month. And the total contract extended cost would be the number of units times the 4 years. And you're allowed to increase your rate each year for inflation.
Yeah.
GSA's inflation rate is 2.5%. Average inflation rate across the U.S. is 1.5. I usually tell people to go 3.
Yep.
So by year 5, you're making 12% more. And if that's too much, the purchasing agent will come back and ask you to renegotiate. All right.
That can clear up the extended.
Let's see if I might be totally off. So because their unit price, like they'd be paying a flat fee to use 10,000 of these transactions a month. So they're paying like $1 a month. At the end of the year, they're paying 12. So 12 is my unit cost.
Correct.
Or okay. So
your
like
monthly unit cost would be 5,000. Your yearly unit cost would be 5,000 times 12.
So they want unit cost is basically yearly cost, and our extended cost is our 4-year agreement cost.
Well, it depends on what they're asking. If they're asking for monthly extended or yearly extended or contract extended.
Yeah, I guess on the thing it doesn't say. It just says unit cost and extended. So I guess can we just list then whatever, if it's $24 at the end of the year, can we just say unit cost 24 per year?
Right.
Or like that.
Yeah.
And extended cost whatever per 4-year agreement.
Right. And keep in mind, you're probably putting way more thought into this than the purchasing agent ever will.
Yeah, I'm type A, so.
I had a gentleman earlier, I said, don't overthink it. And he said, well, I'm just kicking tires. I said, I know, but the more you kick the tires, the more chances they're going to go flat.
Good analogy.
I can bring your brain to water, but I can't make it think.
This is pretty much like I'm looking at biology right now, and I'm like, no, this is not my.
Yeah, it's a lot of times it seems way more complicated than it actually is.
And that's why there's like a small, medium amount of frustration when you're like, what are they trying to ask me? Okay, I can't think of any more questions. I think that's kind of all we were trying to figure out. So we will.
Okay.
If Melody has any.
Yeah, just one more thing. When they're asking the size of business, does that mean we just say we're a small business or a small business?
Yeah, you want to tell them any set-asides that you qualify for, but you're a small business based on the size standards of the NAICS code that they're using for that particular solicitation. So let's say, for example, the NAICS code they're using is 562910. Not that that's what's going on. I'm just saying that as an example. Then as long as you did less than 14 million in revenues last year, you're considered a small business. But if they're using 562991, it's less than 7 million. So it's based on each NAICS code that determines if you're a small business. And some of them aren't by dollar amount, they're by number of employees. So I know businesses that'll stay under 500 full-time employees. They'll stay at 499 full-time employees, and then they'll hire part-time after that. So they continue to be a small business no matter how much money they make.
Okay. So we need to look up this code and then based off of what it lists on this little chart.
Yeah, they usually tell you in the opportunity itself what the size standard is for that NAICS code.
This set-aside is NA, it says. But
so right here it tells you
says
the North American Industry Classification System code size standard is 27.5 million. So as long as you did less than 27.5 million last year, you're considered a small business.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
just list small business. We don't need to list women-owned small business.
I would, absolutely. You want to tell them every set aside you qualify for, even if they don't ask
Small
for it.
business and women-owned. Okay.
You would say you're a woman-owned small business, W.o.s.b.
Okay.
All right?
Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much
Perfect.
for taking time for us today, John. Appreciate
You
it.
got it. You got it.
Okay. Do you have any more?
All right.
Nope. That's all I got.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
All right. You
Thank
guys have a good
John.
day. No
Yes,
problem.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.